to season 2 of Touching the Stove. We've been gone for a little minute, but we're back, we're ready, and we're excited to dive into these new topics. We're not gonna go through the whole introduction because most of you already know who we are. This is Desi on the mic, and today we're gonna talk about something that is happening right now, cuffing season.
We're in the midst of cuffing season. Oh no, we're at the beginning of it, right? At time of recording, although some of you may be listening to this later on. But at the current time of this recording, we're going into cuffing season. That's right. Questions abound.
We know it's cold outside, so go ahead and get your cup of coffee, hot cocoa, or tea, and cuddle up with us, because we're going to get really cozy. Cuffing season typically refers to a period of time where people that are single or self-identified as single, because somebody else might think they're in a relationship with you, are looking for short-term partnerships to pass the colder months. Cuffing season typically occurs at the end of September to the beginning of October, spanning all the way to beyond Valentine's Day. When the reason that we started with cuffs is because, hey, thinking about handcuffs and being tied down, being connected, being linked together. A lot of reasons why people go into cuffing seasons can vary from 1, wanting to just have a companion, or 2, staying away from those really judgmental situations around the holiday. We're going to talk a little bit about why we do it, the impacts of cuffing seasons, the conversations that we should probably be having, and the various aspects that we should consider when going into quote-unquote draft season or picking our personal person.
You missed your chance to shake that ass in a sundress, but you haven't missed your chance to shake that ass in a pumpkin patch.
That our key listeners, we did talk about dating tips and things to do. So it is fall. Find a pumpkin patch, get you a hot apple cider or a cider donut, some cookies.
Cider donut?
Yeah, an apple cider donut.
What you mean, an apple cider donut? Like I'm genuinely asking. What do you mean?
Apple cider donut. It tastes like you're drinking an apple cider versus you're eating the donut.
So is it cider filled?
No, it's just cider flavored.
How do you have cider flavor? How do you do that?
I'm gonna have to get you some from Trader Joe's, or we can go to a patch.
I never had an apple cider donut.
They're amazing.
Never had that,
especially when they're warm.
Wow, that sounds tasty.
It's really good, especially when it's warm.
That does sound tasty.
Some cocoa or tea or coffee, depending on your. Everyone picks their preference, right?
Okay.
Kind of like picking your preference for who you're going
to be cuffed up with. Yeah, nice segue. Picking your preferences. And you might be wondering, well, why are we talking about cuffing season? What does that have to do with communication theories? Well, a lot, actually. There's a whole science to it, and that's what we'll be exploring today. The do's and don'ts. We're going to talk about pun intended. Of cuffing, the do's and don'ts of cuffing season.
And then we're also going to look at some of the suspected benefits and also some of the potential anticipated drawbacks or consequences, right? Because wherever there's a risk, there's a reward. But wherever there's a reward, there could also be a consequence.
Let's start with consequences.
So, for the city girls.
Snap.
The city boys.
City boys are down.
This is a sport that y'all could play and probably win. For the lover girls and the lover boys.
Oh, the lover girls are up.
Nah, but like as a seasonal.
Seasonal lover girl?
A seasonal lover girl.
Please explain what that is.
It's not a thing. You have to be, you're either a career lover girl or you're not.
So y'all heard it here first. Desi said you're either a lover girl or a city girl. You cannot be both.
I mean, I think people say that they will not get attached or they don't care or, it's a passing phase. But the reality is most people, with the exception of those that are literally emotionally unavailable, which, we got to check on y'all because what's going on there? But most people, after spending time with someone, you do develop, an affection for them.
That's true, especially if, it's colder outside. Chances are a lot of your outdoor activities. And with that, a lot of the people who you talk to who are outside, they're all inside. Exactly. Right? Doing things with their loved ones or their situationships or whatever the case is.
Once you're in that situation and you kind of get accustomed and you also kind of, I guess get to liking the person, potentially, what do you do when you're like, okay, now season's over, you can get traded back to the streets?
So we're going to talk about that cognitive dissonance, right? Okay, cuffing season's over. It's hot outside now. I can go be my authentic freak self.
Also, like, what do you tell your friends and your family? So they done saw you all booed up, all in love For what, 2 months?
Well, no, it's okay. It depends on the duration of the winter, right? Cuffing season, it's safe to say, starts late September, early October, right?
Okay.
Is that a safe assumption?
That's okay.
So if we go with that assumption that it starts late September, early October, and let's say you're in your drafting season, right? So for all my fantasy basketball players out there, you know, your first drafts are usually mid-October, October 20th and onwards, right? That's when you draft your team. In this particular case, yeah, I'm so serious. In this particular case, you're scouting. You're looking, you're checking things out. Maybe while it's still a little bit warm outside, you're still hitting up those parties, those what's those sold out dates? Yeah, you're calling
The day parties, the brunch parties.
If you're going to sold out dates, for those of you who don't know, who are outside of the DC area, sold out dates is like a party group here, and it's very tragic, but people love going. If you're going to sold out dates for love, just at this point, I don't know what else to tell you, sis or sir, Mr. Sir. I don't know. I don't know. You're not gonna find it out there, bro. You better off going to the supermarket and trying your luck there.
I'm screaming. But actually, love in a grocery store aisle at, like, you know,
with your apple cider donuts, right?
Yeah, Trader Joe's or Whole Foods.
Imagine striking
that. It sounds really good. Like, Hallmark could really,
Hallmark is crazy. Hallmark is crazy.
No, listen, you just went to get some donuts and some coffee, and you fell in love with the person in the line right in front of you. Like,
how you fall in love that? Damn, y'all lover girls are really just falling for anybody, bro. That's crazy.
First sight. Come on.
I'm not saying I don't believe in love.
Monopoly about it. Like, there's a whole enterprise.
I don't believe.
Love at First Sight is a whole show.
Oh, chew me. What I'm saying is I don't not believe in love at first sight. All right, I don't not believe in it. However, I do think the statistics of you falling in love at first sight are extremely low, but never impossible.
Fair.
I think that's like, there's a lot of mental gymnastics you have to do. You know what I'm saying? Imagine you got your life together, right? Single, cool, you making good money, got your own spot, right? You meet somebody, boom, love at first sight. There's a lot of like steps I think you have to take. Okay, you know, like, does he smell good today, or will he continue to smell like? What does his teeth look like? I know what his eyes. These are like, I feel like these are questions you're not asking if you fall in love at first sight. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of. With that being said, let's talk about cuffing criteria.
Right. So first of all, I think it's really important to determine what it is that you want. And often we hear that, what do you want?
If I'm doing a cuffing season, chances are I don't know what I want.
Hey.
I'm being honest. Okay. If I'm participating in cuffing season with the intention to drop her like a bad habit as soon as summer rolls around.
Yikes. Sorry for the girl that partners would do.
No, I'm not saying this is me.
JK.
That's crazy. No, I'm not saying this is me. I'm saying...
No. Dude's not participating this season.
No, yeah, I'm out the game. It's curtains.
No, but I think being transparent, communicating your intentions. We're literally at the pinnacle of having this conversation. Also because Love is Blind DC dropped.
Oh my God. I don't recognize a single
There is nobody on that show that I'm like, and I'm rooting for you.
Honest to God, based off of my personality, do you think I could do that show?
I think you would do it, but I think you probably wouldn't marry whoever you partner with.
Why?
I know you to be somebody that is really big on having your people know you and knowing them. Not to say that you can't meet somebody and get to know them in like a month, but like I don't think that is your MO.
Okay, explain. What do you? So
I feel like you need more time.
How long do you have on
Love is Blind?
Love is Blind. How long do you?
Like 2 months.
I have 2 months to make a decision.
Yeah, me fall in love and get married
in 2 months.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I could do that. No, just off of that criteria. I only have 2 months?
Like 2 to 3 months, yeah.
Are you sure? Is it really just 2 months?
Because the thing is, they're in the pods.
Right. So I don't know what she even looks like. What you mean I got 2 months?
But it's like, you're not meeting every single day. If you combine all the time to, like, you can meet one day this week and not do anything for like 2 weeks and then come back again.
But why would I do that if I'm trying to marry her in 2 months?
No,
wouldn't I want to maximize my... I'm saying, let me ask you this. My question isn't clear. After I determine I'm in this pod and I say, okay, I want to date...
But it takes you, like...
I have 2 months from that point?
Yeah, to do the dating. and stuff. And then you go on a honeymoon. And then you meet your family.
Who's paying for this? Who's paying for this? Okay, Netflix is paying for this? I could do that then. Okay, I'm like, if I gotta pay for this, how am I making money during this time? That's a good question. How am I making...
They catch you a check.
For how much?
I can't. We have to look that up.
What's the criteria to check? So, like, if I marry this girl in 2 months, she gotta be crazy if she on that show.
That's the beauty of love, right?
Right.
That is the beauty of love, the beauty of dating. There has to be a hint of mystery, whimsicalness, and crazy.
I think you'd be perfect for that show, honestly.
I mean, I'm a talker.
You know what show? That there was a guy on Instagram, and it might have been on TikTok, but I think it was Instagram. The guy had his father. Desi's dad would go crazy on that show. What, bro? I would pay so much money to see a season of that.
It's where your parents pick your partner.
I would pay money for that.
And
I would pay money. That is a great show idea.
I asked a couple of my friends.
Particularly African parents.
West
African parents. I would pay money for that. That needs to be a show.
Like, I don't know.
Imagine my dad.
That would also go crazy. He might scold the girls, though.
But your dad would go stupid on that. What?
My dad picking my partner is... But the thing is, me and my dad have the same ideals.
That's why it would work. The way he'd go about it...
No, my father would let
maybe for cuffing season, your parents...
should pick your partner.
If they're still with you, your parent or legal guardian...
Or close relative.
Should pick your partner. You should go to your dad and be like, yo, Pops, listen. It's cuffing season. You know the drill. I need me a little Yamin until no later than June. If you still in that cuffing situation and you haven't made your boyfriend or girlfriend, vice versa.
No, because like my thoughts are
by June you hate her or you hate him.
Season, right? September, October, November. Then you got your boo for the holidays and you get to do the matching pajamas.
No, hell no. I'm not doing that. And I just met you in October. Hell no. That's like a what? The matching pajamas is a 1 year minimum thing.
BS.
1 year minimum.
Nah, you could do the matching.
No, because when it doesn't work out, guess what? Them pictures get deleted. And that's embarrassing. Are you not embarrassed? That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. I would never. First of all, if you ever see me in a post with matching pajamas, just know that is my wife because I refuse to be embarrassed. That is I purposely girls that like I've seen with the matching pajamas. I give it like 8 months from when I see it. I set a little timer and then I go and check and then I look for that picture and then if I don't see it,
you're like, well, that was an interesting relationship.
Do y'all know how funny that is for me?
You're terrible, Dewey.
That is hilarious.
But I think the thing is, what do you want out of this? I think you gotta listen. For those of you that want your matching pajama boo bae, go ahead and get your boo your bae. Okay? No. Shut up. This is where I disagree. Please wait. At least be locked in for at least 1 year. I think some people go into this and say, it's going to be a little light situation. It's not going to be serious. We're only going to chit chat. But then you actually genuinely like the person. I'm fine with that. All I'm saying is, if that's what it is, cuff him or her before June. So you want this cuffing season that started in September to go to June? I'm saying the cutoff is June. Okay. And that's me being generous. Fair. Because really the cutoff is March or whenever Ramadan is. So we gonna have to just be locked in. Oh, that's a good question. March. Does cuffing season extend to Valentine's Day? Yeah, I think so. It is still cold. It's still cold. Unless you're in Florida. Or Cali. I think the weather also helps us do different experiences and different activities, right? Okay. So if you're constantly in the sun and you never see the rain or you never see so when it does happen to rain, now you're like, dang, it's over. You're having a heightened experience. I can't stand the rain. I actually like the rain, but I mean, hopefully I have an umbrella. Rain is good. What I'm saying is the whole notion of short-term relationships is crazy to me. It's giving free trial. Short-term relationships, historically speaking, are nothing new. They were called concubines back in the day. But they were not short-term. Concubines? They were not. You switched them out every 2 months? Hell, what? Yes. Sometimes it didn't even last a full 48 hours. Usually reserved for, people of high status, kings and queens, but it's nothing. The essential essence of it isn't anything new. So when we're talking about, quote unquote, staying in this short-term relationship, one of the things I think we need to harp on and in this context, both personal, professional, all sorts of contexts, right, is how are you communicating? What does that look like? I have seen it where people be like, yeah, I don't gotta talk to you all the time. Hit me up every other week. It's like, y'all talk once every other week? That's crazy to me.
To add on to that, it would depend, for me, it would depend on when sex was introduced, right? So I've seen...
With or without?
Yeah, I've seen long distance cuffing seasons. Those are really interesting. I've never been a part of one, thank God. But I've seen long distance cuffing seasons, and those are really interesting to observe because unless they got it like that, there's usually no like sex involved. It's just someone to talk to night in and night out, right? So your communication needs in that particular case are a lot more consistent and a lot more frequent than say you live down the street, I live down the street, you my neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you right here, I'm right here. You know, you might have something to do. You know, like, I'm serious.
I know you cold.
I'm sharp, but those long distance cuffing seasons, those don't get a lot of love.
And I'm here for the long distance relationships. I've seen them work. I've seen them thrive even better than the people that are down the street. Like, honestly.
Well, there's more communication, right? Yes, and there's more accountability.
There is.
It's the same thing I've been arguing with arranged marriages. The reason, no, hear me out. Those work.
They do.
They work. Why? Because, like, the communication needs, you're literally having to discover as you go. Of course, yeah, do they all work? No, I'm not saying they all work. And I don't remember, I can probably pull that up, but I don't remember the statistics on how much they work. But the ones that do work, from some that I have personally observed, they're fulfilling and lasting relationships. Yeah. And they're quite profound because, hey, this is a person who I met 2 days ago, but I was forced or rather I chose it. Because a lot of people choose it nowadays. Yeah. Let me be clear. When I say arranged marriages, a very small percentage of them, unless you're like in India somewhere, a very small what? Am I wrong?
Not you dropping countries.
A very small percentage of them these days are forced. Right?
We watched the matchmaking show, the Jewish matchmaking, the Indian matchmaking. See, my auntie was over here telling people about their horoscopes and their stars aligning and matching people together. And some of the people got married and it was really beautiful. So
I mean, essentially, Love is Blind is essentially that, right? It's like... It's essentially that.
Something. Love is Blind is something.
It's essentially that. Because it's like you hear about this person, you don't physically meet them, right? You don't know them, you know of them, and then usually in Love is Blind is actually harder because usually in an arranged marriage, oh, my dad has spoken highly of you, right. My mother has spoken highly of you, my uncles all speak highly of you, whatever. Yeah. There's somebody backing, somebody vetted you. In this particular, this is harder. Because, like, I'm only going off of your voice, and hopefully you sound sexy.
And you can lie.
And
let's lie into cuffing season. I think that there needs to be a vetting process. I think people...
For a cuffing season?
Yeah.
Why?
Because some of y'all have girlfriends or boyfriends and got into one little argument.
Damn.
Or two.
Damn.
And decided, all right, well, we on a break. We didn't break up. So it's not cheating. You understand? It's a pause so I can resume a different type of game.
We got to do an episode about the language we use to describe our dating experiences because that speaks to a larger issue we're having with a mutual friend of ours, right? We have language to describe, prelude to another episode, we have language to describe situationships, entanglements, entrapments, cuffing season, relationships. We talking, we not talking, we talk sometimes.
What have you been talking?
We'll unpack that in a future episode. What is talking? And then for the sake of this episode, okay, so we went on a bit of a tangent, but no problem. Criteria for cuffing season. Criteria is you single or single adjacent. You single or that's what you maintain that you're single.
Somebody else might be in a relationship
with you.
But you're single.
But you're single.
For yourself.
I'm single.
Correct.
Or I identify as single. Okay? Now, that's one criteria. Two, it's cold. I want to save money. And maybe if we do things outside, it's like nothing crazy. Maybe a little restaurant, maybe a movie. A lot of good movies come out during the wintertime, right? So you're not doing anything crazy. For some of you more affluent, that's trips to somewhere warm.
Vacation. Last week.
Yeah. For the more affluent of us.
Take a trip with somebody to really get
Yes, absolutely. I maintain that. Please, before you marry that woman.
Or man.
Go take out the country or in the country.
I mean,
No, talk to me.
Personally,
Talk to me.
I think even if it's out of the state, like the next state over.
I know. I take it a step further. It has to be out the country. Here's why.
Wait. I think you should do both.
In-state doesn't really tell you, in my opinion. In-state, it's like...
the country. Because, like, if we're from here to, I don't know, I hate to say Miami because that's so outdone. But, like, let's say...
Cancun? That's not in-state. I'm tripping. Puerto Rico. No, Puerto Rico is in-state.
U.S. Virgin Islands.
Both in-state.
Yeah, I know. But it's giving the out-of-state vibes.
More than Puerto Rico is? Stop it.
Puerto Rico requires a little bit of Spanish, and I don't know how many of y'all speak Spanish, no shade.
Okay, so U.S. Virgin Islands.
U.S. Virgin Islands.
Okay.
Right? So, one, I think that's where communication comes to play.
Right.
Are you someone that
Talk
waits
to him
last minute?
Talk to him.
Are you someone that chill, dude? Are you someone that packs very heavily or very lightly? Are you gonna get stuck in the security line?
Yes.
Are you someone that disappears without communicating where you're going?
What time are you getting to the airport?
What time do you... Oof.
What time are you getting to the airport?
Because
if you're one of them, bro, I'm gonna pull up 30 minutes before my flight. I cannot with you. Where's your passport?
Where is your passport? Both U.S. Virgin Islands and PR, you don't need your passport. You need your
I know.
ID.
I'm just saying, like,
in general.
Did you forget it at home? Did you have your? Are you one of them?
Do you have your boarding pass saved?
You got access to one of them lounges? No, some of y'all don't. Waiting out there next to that Starbucks, right? Gotta look affluent somehow.
That is it the Amex Platinum?
Well, they got a Delta one too, but it depends on the airport. Each airport has its own. Yeah, yep.
Let's go to the lounge.
Go to the lounge. That's hey fellas, no peep game. I don't care what you gotta do, but get you access to one of them lounges. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. You go to Shorty and be like, yo, look, we don't gotta wait at the gate. Feel me? I got access to one of these lounges. Ooh. Free food. I mean, it ain't free, you paying for it, but you know what I mean. Free food, free drinks. Come on, let me show you this lounge. It's a flex. Niggas is sleeping on it.
I'm screaming.
It's like having that Costco card. It's a flex.
Costco, BJ, Sam's. You're a real adult. You can shop Whole Foods. We recognize that.
That's one of my personal criteria. Do you own a Costco card?
Actually.
Yeah, or whatever equivalent, like a wholesale.
No. Are you a responsible?
Because, like, how you gonna feed me and you can't feed yourself?
Isn't that the question we're supposed to be asking you?
No, I can feed myself. I have the Costco card. What are you asking?
How are you supposed to feed me if you're not? How do I know you feed yourself?
I have the Costco card.
On the subject of cuffing season,
circle back. Yes,
it's actually on a rise.
It's an epidemic.
Because that hey big head text.
Oh, you're triggered. Which one are you nasty, dirty, dusty?
Chill. Or all of a sudden, this new profound engagement with your, like the interest with your social medias. All of a sudden, you're getting heart reactions, or you're getting.
You're not low, bro. You're not low, bro.
On your pages, I'm speaking. I mean, I'm like, okay, so. You went and liked my photo at 2 a.m.
We all know you on freak type time.
At that point,
freak bull.
You wanted me to know.
Freak bull, yeah.
Because there's no way.
You noticed, and now you're triggered. Look at you.
I'm not triggered. I'm just a
so
little...
why you ain't circle back then? For all the circle backers out there, cuffing season is not for you. You're going to be confused come summer. You're going to be regretting that. Confusion come summer. There's a reason y'all didn't work out
in the first place.
Or in a second.
Potentially third.
There's a reason. Yep. For all cuffing season, I get it. The streets is nasty. Don't nobody want to be out here in these dating streets. I understand. Here come this guy or girl who did work out for you, right? Y'all had a good time. Maybe she left you or you left him. Maybe there was still some unfinished business. There was some unresolved. Or maybe they lost weight. Maybe they lost weight. Or maybe she gained weight.
The problem. I think that when someone leaves,
don't you hate that?
And then they significantly level.
They glowed up, right? Maybe they glowed up. There's a reason, right? Right. Cuffing season is the worst thing to do to your bodies if you are somebody who recently glowed up. Let me say it again. Cuffing season is the worst thing physiologically you can do if you recently glowed up. If you lost all that weight in the gym or you gained all that muscle in the gym and then you decide to go into cuffing season, all I can do is pray for you and hope that you don't lose focus. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
When you cuffed, are you cuffed with multiple people or do you pick your favorite liar and settle down?
Yes. Pick your favorite cheater. Pick your favorite liar. Pick your favorite eater and just disappear.
And the reason I say lie is because, again, I believe some people operate on free trial bases. They don't show their true colors until 6 months later. It's like, oh, this person is so attentive and so kind and so patient. 6 months marks, hits, and it's like a switch flips. And I'm like, yo, you couldn't text back. You couldn't answer my call. Honestly, it's scary. But as the weather gets warmer, if people weren't, quote unquote, hooked for the right reasons, that starts to show.
Or you pop up married on some Issa Rae type time. You went into cuffing season.
And you fell in love for real.
You fell in love for real.
Had a whole elopement married.
And then wait 1 year, pop up married, and then do the PJ picks. I think that's the way you should go. I just can't stand it. In this particular case, yes, I am a hater because I feel like y'all either do it way too early or it's like you're 50. Like, bro, like, if you don't go start your pension, like, like, what are you doing? Why is Geraldine and Christopher like what the fuck? Like, why are they posting pajama pics? Confused.
Y'all are catching on the Golden Bachelor and the Golden Bachelorette. They are redefining.
I don't want to see Geraldine and Christopher
boot up and then
with their pajama pics and their grandkids are my age. I don't want to see that.
Why? And then they're gonna be having They're gonna have multi-generational family pics with the matching pajama. That's so cute. That's the goal, right? Be able to do that.
That's the goal if you establish that. I don't want Geraldine going into cuffing season thinking she gonna find her a young strapping Christopher. That's crazy. Go ahead and get your old man with the salt and pepper beard and get out the way.
Listen, ladies,
at your age,
for you that are 25 and older, you can go for the son or his daddy. You understand?
No, you cannot. Stop justifying that. That is not okay. Because if I say the same thing to a man, it's going to be weird, right? That's weird.
You can go for the mom or the daughter, yeah.
No, if I say to some 50-year-old man, go ahead, go for that 24. I mean, that's weird, bro.
He's like 45.
No, 50. I said what I said. I want you to think about the reverse of that.
No, I'm saying if the daddy.
That's weird, bro.
Because he had a kid young.
That's weird.
No, it's not,
bro. How many times do you see a clearly older gentleman hitting on somebody he has no bit, bro? She just turned 20, bro. You're weird.
I mean, it happened to me last night.
And that was.
But he wasn't.
No. Answer the question. And that was creepy.
But
yes.
But if he was fine,
that doesn't make it any.
No, it would have been different.
Yo, serial killers would have a fucking field day, bro, in this generation.
They already do. JK, we're not going for the daddy and the son. Maybe the uncle, the youngest uncle.
I will say, if you're 25, the oldest I might go is like 38. And that's pushing it, bro.
That's 13 years.
That's pushing it. Because, like, that's still weird to me, bro. That means...
So if I'm 28 and I'm talking to somebody that's 41...
I wouldn't. Because what happens when you turn 48? He gonna be like, oh, you want that crinkly penis? Do you want that? Y'all are weird, bro.
It's not about the intimacy. It's about the security.
The what?
The security.
And that's what cuffing season provides, security.
It provides security. It provides comfort. It provides safety, right?
Especially during a time where, mentally speaking, seasonal affective disorder, a lot of people are going through it.
A lot of people are writing solo.
A
lot of people are writing solo. Like, they're... for those of you that are in school, people might have gone back home.
Right.
For those of you that are working, people who have taken time off, right? You might have taken time off. Use or lose season is in effect.
To top it off, it's the holidays. It's Thanksgiving.
You pulling up by yourself?
Yeah.
Again?
You want to bring... It's Thanksgiving. It's Halloween. It's for my Jews out there. It's Hanukkah. For my Black Israelites out there. It's Kwanzaa.
Okay, yeah.
It's Hanukkah. It's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Bro, you can't be single on Christmas, bro. Like,
and
I mean, you can. You absolutely can.
Like,
and for some of you probably should be.
No, but the thing is, you're seeing your peers, you're seeing your relatives, you're seeing your friends all partnered up. So it's like, okay, you know what? What about me?
Yeah.
Keeping up with the Joneses, right? We're keeping up with appearances. I mean, we've seen it go so far that people are paying to have stand-in partners for the holiday.
Yeah.
There's a whole service.
Whole apps for it now.
Yeah. You can rent a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a husband or a wife.
So we understand the security, the consistency, the warmth, the sometimes even love provided is tempting. But if you're not in it for the right reasons, we know come June, or in this case past Valentine's Day, this will end in catastrophe.
And then also, I think the other aspect of it is not necessarily negotiating on your boundaries. Dude's looking at me like, what does that mean?
No, I know what it means.
No.
But it makes a lot of sense, right? You're spending a lot of time in these winter months. But when summertime rolls around, you want to be outside. You want to do or go back to whatever routine you had before it got cold. You might not be outside, but you might be, okay, it's too hot outside. You making me hot. You stay over there, I stay in here. Your house got air conditioning, mine don't. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? People got different twists.
Yeah. It's like you were great to go to the movies with, but I don't want to go to Coachella with you.
Yeah, I don't want to go to the Lil Yachty
concert
with you. That's crazy. Lil Yachty is crazy.
Or you cannot be my plus one to my work date.
Hey, the spring is coming up. You know, Miami may be barred off, but that don't mean Cancun isn't. You know, so, I got my trips with my niggas. We out. You know what I'm saying? We want to be out.
I gotta be out with the girls.
Gotta be out with the girls.
Fellas gonna do a fellas.
Nicki night, Drake night. Well, no, maybe not Drake night anymore, but definitely Nicki night. Kendrick night is crazy, but Nicki night is always a hit. I have never not had a good time at Nicki night.
You know, we have to really get into what are we doing? Who are we doing it with?
Why?
And how do we make sure that we do this in a way that, I mean, somebody's going to get hurt regardless.
For those who actually do, you know, end up cuffed completely a year or two later from now, this doesn't apply to you. But for those of you who are strategically cuffing, consider the consequences. Yeah. Consider the consequences. Because there are plenty.
They're potential.
Bountiful.
I mean, y'all can even have kids in the process.
It happens. It had quite a few oopsies. Some of y'all get real domestic, you know? Christmas is only one day. After that, Christmas will not solve your problems. Getting her that gift, getting her that car, whatever it was, will not solve your problems.
Welcome back.
We didn't miss a beat.
Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, as the weather gets colder, make sure you're taking care of yourself and make sure that you're making decisions that ultimately you won't regret.
And if you do regret it, we're here for you. Because chances are we got some communication theories, some scientific research articles, whatever, or just our own personal anecdotes. We gonna get you out of this. Unless we can. In which case, hey, that's your ass.
Again, Dou's opinions, not Desi's. And that is.
Desi cannot save you. I want to make that clear. Desi cannot save you. I cannot save you. But what I can do is give you some advice.
Okay, that's true. I second that motion. No one is responsible for anybody else. Our actions and our reactions are our responsibility. That is something that I heard growing up and I continue to hear even as an adult. So again, when you decide to do something, stand on business or don't. You know, sometimes, sis, don't call that man back. Bro, don't text her.
And remember, during the months of cuffing season, cognitive dissonance is still in full effect. Bro, you don't like her. Bro, stop coming in her. You don't like her. Sis, don't let that man come in you. Stop. I know you had birth control, but just stop. Just stop. And that is touching the stove. Thanks for listening.